Yes, this is big. Pharmac saying it could go over its $1 billion budget and ask for a direct boost to get these blue and orange pills, which currently cost over $430,000 a year. But if they are deemed effective against cystic fibrosis, Pharmac might go there. And tonight, someone who says they are effective, Ed Lee. His doctors believed he was going to die. Then he got some Trikafta, and in his words, it has been a miracle.
Right.
Ed Lee, off for a run. A simple pleasure for most of us.
Should we run?
Yeah.
But for Ed, it is an extraordinary achievement because he was born with cystic fibrosis, and for 38 years, it wrecked his lungs.
It's like gasping for air.
This X-ray shows what cystic fibrosis was doing to Ed's lungs, filling them with sticky mucus, making it hard to breathe. Cystic fibrosis is a death sentence, what Ed calls a dark cloud.
The cloud that you say you probably won't live to your 40. Many of us don't make it to 18.
Just over a year ago, hospitalised with a severe lung infection, Ed believed his time was up. He and wife Kaylin were updating their wills, but then a new drug.
Trikafta. This is the miracle. This is the drug that saved my life.
Trikafta was not available here, so Ed and Kaylin travelled to America to buy it.
When I had the box in my hand, I remember that smile I had, and I'm like, I've got it.
Within hours of taking the first tablet, Trikafta started to work, beginning with what's known as the purge.
All of the mucus that you have in your lungs, it's pretty gross, but it all just comes out. And 38 years of gunk.
The X-ray before Trikafta shows the lungs clogged, but after Trikafta, the lungs are much clearer. Ed can breathe properly again.
It's a miracle.
I don't even feel like I have CF anymore.
A doctor's report says his recovery is remarkable, but to his wife, it is much more than that.
We have Ed back. We have our marriage back, and his parents have their son back and their brother back, and the world gets Ed back. He's a remarkable human. And yeah, you can't describe it.
For the first time in their lives, Ed and Kaylin are now dreaming of their future.
Now maybe we can have kids. I'm not going to die at 40.
The problem is Trikafta costs more than 430,000 New Zealand dollars a year.
Every month you have to hand them over close to $35,000.
Ed has so far been able to privately fund this massive cost through the generosity of his family. He knows he is lucky, but he is now fighting to get it funded by Pharmac so the 530 other Kiwis with cystic fibrosis can have it too, taking it to the top with Health Minister Andrew Little.
Should have been here yesterday, and people will die. There will be people that die between now and the day that it's funded.
Pharmac's Lisa Williams revealing if it is proven to be effective, given the expense, it could go to the government for extra funding. That could be done with Trikafta if the case is powerful enough.
It could. If all of those things turn out to be accurate, then we can be fast and we can be swift.
And you can go to government for more money.
We can.
Ed says it's worth it.
It's a miracle drug, and every person who suffers from cystic fibrosis deserves to be on this medicine.
How's this pace?
Good.
The simple feeling of being able to breathe. Now, a direct bid from Pharmac for extra funding would be highly unusual, and it's only been successful twice before in Pharmac's history. And another problem, of course, the drug company Vertex still hasn't even applied to kick off the process. But there is some movement again today. Vertex issuing a statement saying we are open to discussing creative and innovative ways for people living with cystic fibrosis to access our treatments in New Zealand. It is cryptic, but patients are now hoping that this could mean some sort of compassionate access for those about to die. And we will have someone facing that very prospect tomorrow night.